Hey, what's poppin', guys? It's your boy JRass, and believe it or not, I'm a massive loser nerd. I do enjoy me some fantasy stuff from time to time, and particularly, I like to watch Dungeons & Dragons content. It's fun to see the interactions between the players, it's cool. I've always enjoyed it. Haven't really done it much myself, but I think it's interesting. And another great part of it is that there's usually little to no drama regarding this community. It's pretty wholesome for the most part, despite there being some not-so-wholesome moments in some of the games, In D&D, you can get a sword and murder an entire family of innocent villagers. You can quite literally do what Cartman did and feed the kid his own mother in the form of like a soup or whatever it was. Aside from that, pretty wholesome stuff. But enough with the joking, because I just joke around, that's how I naturally am. I don't think I should really set that kind of tone for this video, because in the D&D community, something horrible happens. A prominent streamer of D&D, a very well-known dungeon master as well, by the name of Arcadum, has been exposed for harassing and manipulating various women that he played D&D with or roleplayed with in other forms. And this isn't some baseless shit like with Pro Jared. There are actual hard receipts in the form of Discord messages, which I'm going to display right now. You'll notice you might recognize some of the people, the influencers. You've got Momo, Kelly Siren. I don't know all of them, but I do recognize some of their names. And pretty much all of these people who were manipulated by Arcadum came together and they all exposed him in twitlongers on their Twitter accounts. Because unfortunately, Arcadum has a lot of influence, so if only one of them had done it, then they probably wouldn't have been believed, which is why I applaud them for being brave and going together with this plan. Because although Arcadum exuded a friendly personality, the man behind the mask, Jeremy Black, did not seem so friendly to interact with behind the scenes. And this is evident because a lot of these poor people are completely emotionally destroyed, and not just women too. Arcadum was kind of weird in that he talked with women differently than men, I guess, because he wanted some kind of confidence, I suppose, from talking to women and having them at his disposal. I don't really understand it completely, but I believe it's some kind of power thing. But yeah, as you can tell, a lot of the men that he would play these games with are completely disgusted because they never saw this side of Arcadum. They were never a target of his manipulation and harassment. Seriously, everyone involved is just completely shell-shocked. He is quite literally the Bill Cosby of the D&D world. Everyone liked him because he seemed so friendly, but hey, that's not the truth about him, folks. He's kind of a dickhead. Because not only does he manipulate these people, but he blames it on his terrible life. He bathes himself in pity, which I will never accept, and I hope none of you watching this accept too. Pity is never a good excuse for anything bad, to be honest. I don't care that he served in the military. I don't care if he lost his leg. I don't care what he went through. You never sink to that level. Because that means you are worse than whatever you went through. And you've basically been living your life for nothing, because clearly you've learned nothing. To put it plain and simply, Arcadum needs help. He clearly is in need of it, immensely. And I hate to talk negatively about people, by the way, but I feel like this is warranted. Arcadum is a mass manipulator, and he clearly enjoyed doing so. He would do it as a form of self-relief, as you saw in some of those screenshots, which I don't even want to begin to talk about what those said, other than, yes, he wanted to have multiple girlfriends at once, possibly. He at least wanted some kind of female attention, and it's just terrible. I can't believe I used to watch this guy. He needs to get his brain and ego checked, because apparently he thought he could get away with this. I find it hard to believe he is able to create this entire complex world with economies and cities and all these geological patterns and shit, but he's dumb enough to think he can get away with this? It just doesn't make any sense, man. I'm still having a hard time believing this actually happened, because just the other day, I was thinking about Arcadum doing some cool stuff with his Callous Road TV show, because he had this thing going on called Callous Road, which is this VR chat roleplay thing. Apparently, it was going to get picked up as a TV show. Yeah, that's probably not fucking happening anymore, considering the guy he worked with, Chandler Riggs, is cutting off contact with him. I think that guy was the main one who was helping him get to people who could make it a show, so yeah. It's just, why the fuck is it that when creators get big, they just become like fucking pedophiles or sexual predators? Is it some kind of goddamn curse? Is it a fucking digital disease that spreads more than fucking COVID? Why is it happening so much? This is obviously a question I will never get answered, and I'll continue to cry about it every goddamn night. But enough about Arcadum, because I think what really matters here is moving on and making sure the victims of this terrible monstrous being, a being so monstrous that the guy himself could never portray a monster in any of his games that are as violent and terrible as him, we gotta make sure that the victims are okay after this. So if you haven't already, show support for them. I know I did, because I feel terrible. I wish I could have done something, but obviously I was not in a position to do much of anything. So the best thing you can really do is support. Honestly, guys, just much love to all of you. I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, great year. You know what? Fuck it. I hope you all have a great life, because God knows we all need that. Oh, and apologies to the atheists whenever I say God. I should be saying science instead. Yeah. Hope everyone's alright. I know I said I wouldn't talk about Arcadum anymore, but he did announce on Twitter that he is going to make a follow-up to this whole situation on stream tomorrow at his Twitch, so gonna look at that, see if it's video-worthy, if he makes any good points. Probably not. He's probably going to dig himself into an even bigger hole. He's going to literally dig straight down and fall into lava, so that'll be great to watch. Other than that, though, guys, much love to you all. Not going to be a regular outro because I want this to be a bit of a more serious video, despite the fact that I just made some jokes there. But, yeah, subscribe if you want, like if you want, share this story with others. Doesn't even have to be my video, to be honest, because I feel like what I said needs to be said. And even though I'm a small channel with barely a voice, I want those who watch me to know what happened. I really can't stress this enough, but much love to you all. You won't really see me being this sappy all the time, but if you're a human, you deserve love. So take care of yourselves, everyone. Reach out if you need to, because there are some other terrible predators in this world besides, well, And, yeah, that'll be it for me today. This has been your boy JRass, wondering why people have to be so fucked up, but still hoping for a better tomorrow. Signing off. Peace.